Hello everyone, this is Srikanth, working as STM professor in electrical department. In this video, I will explain superposition theorem and one problem. So what is superposition theorem? In this statement we have? Yes, we have the statement. So before going to superposition theorem, I have one logic for this. Okay, so super over we have, right? In cricket we have super over. Super over means we have only one over. Okay, same as here, superposition theorem means if any circuit, two or more sources, then we need to use only one source. So we'll go for the statement. Because superposition theorem means I said you like more than one source. Okay, any network, bilateral network, any network, we have more than one source. Then the response across any element. Okay, so if you want to find out the voltage, or if you want to find out the current in any element, so in that element, the sum of response obtained from the each sources. That what is the condition there? So if suppose we have the voltage source, now your circuit we have like a two or more sources. In that circuit you have only one voltage source, one current source. If suppose your voltage source is acting now, then your current source is open. And if suppose your current source is acting now, your voltage source is short circuit. So how many sources we have? That's all sources that replaced by internal resistance. Okay, this is your superposition, about superposition theorem. I have one circuit here. Voltage source as well as current source. We have voltage source and current source. Now I require it in this branch. I need to find out current. For this, I mentioned this is I1. Okay, when you have like a voltage source as well as current source, then you need to find out the I1 value. Then now my voltage source is acting now. Then what about your current source? It's a open. Okay, same circuit. In this circuit I have two sources, one voltage source as well as current source. Then I need to find out across the 3 ohms resistance. So in the R3 branch, I need to find out the current. So that is current is suppose I. Okay, only one voltage source is acting now. So my only one source is acting now. That is my voltage source is acting. What about remaining sources? If suppose you have the voltage source, that is short circuit. If you have current source, that is open circuit. Now in this circuit I have one current source. So the current source is open now. Then I need to find out at same point, at R3 point, that current is suppose I1. Okay. Next, now my current source is acting now. So now my current source is acting now. What about your voltage source? That voltage source is short circuit. Okay, so now your current source is acting, then remaining sources, voltage source or current source, remaining sources are replaced by internal resistance. Now here I have voltage source. That voltage source is now short circuited. Then again I need to find out the current at same point, that R3 ohms. That current is I2. So what is your superposition theorem? The response across any element is sum of response from each sources. So this is your superposition theorem. Now my response at R3 is I is equal to I1 plus I2. This is your superposition theorem. Here I have a problem. Okay, so but here I need to prove the superposition theorem. I need to prove the superposition theorem across 3 ohm resistor. At 3 ohm resistor I need to prove the superposition theorem. So where I need to find out the I now? So here I need to prove the superposition theorem. In examiner wants like 3 ohms current using superposition theorem means you need to find out I1 as well as I2. If suppose you have 4 sources means I1, I2, I3, I4. So depending upon your sources. Here I have 2 sources. If suppose examiner wants like only superposition theorem using superposition theorem, you need to find out 3 ohms current means we need to use like I1 plus I2 directly. But here I want to prove that superposition theorem. So that means I need to find out the I value and I need to find out the I1 value. I need to find out the I2 value. So I need to prove the I equal to I1 plus I2. So this is my problem now. In this problem, I need to find out the I at 3 ohms branch. I at 3 ohms branch I need to find out now. So using any method like mesh analysis, super mesh analysis, nodal analysis, any method you can, like source transformation method, you can use any method, just find out the I value directly. So here we don't have any rules. Okay, if you want to find out the I1, I2 like that means we have the rules. So for this, we don't have any rules. Just I need to use here source transformation. That is a simple procedure. So I will use the source transformation. What is your source transformation? So source transformation means the voltage source series within resistor can convert it to current source parallel with the same resistance. So voltage source can convert it to current source when means the voltage source series within resistor can convert it to current source parallel with the same resistor. So that is your source transformation as well as reverse also. So now here is the voltage source series with 4 ohms. Voltage source series with 4 ohms. I can convert it to current source parallel to same resistor. So what is your current source value now? So I equal to V by R. Am I right? So I know the V value, I know the R value. So we'll get like 32 by 4. I have like 8 amps. So your 32 voltage can convert it to current is 8 amps and parallel with same 4 ohms. So now check it. So current source parallel with same resistor. So remaining circuit is as it is. So remaining circuit is as it is. Here current source parallel the same resistor. Then what about your current value? 8 amps. Simple. Okay. Now from this circuit we have any like logic? Yes, we have the logic here. Two current sources, 8 amps as well as 2 amps, both are in same direction and at same node. Then you can add both currents. So how much you will get? 8 plus 2 have like 10 amps. Then 4 ohms as well as 2 ohms both are in parallel. So we have like formula. What is the parallel formula? That is R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. What is the value there? So 4 into 12 by 4 plus 12. We get like 3 ohms. So this 2 resistor can convert it to 1 resistor and this 2 current source converted to 1 current source. Remaining circuit is as it is. Okay. Then what is the current value? That is 10 amps. And what is the resistor value? 3 ohms. Now again, current source and resistor both are in parallel. So current source parallel with resistor can convert it to voltage source series with same resistor. What is the voltage value there? So V equal to I into R. So I value 10 into 3 we have like 30 volts. Okay. So what is the value there now? So 3 like which you have a current source as well as 3 ohms can convert it to voltage source. So voltage source series with 1 resistor. What is the voltage value? That is 30 volts. Now how many loops we have in the circuit? We have only one loop. So one loop means we have only one current. That is your I current. Same 3 ohms also. And 1 ohm as well as here 3 ohms. So at one loop we have only one current. So what is the current value now? V by R. So what is the V value? 30 volts. And what about R value? That is 3 resistor in series. So 3 plus 1 plus 3. So that is your I value. So voltage by your resistor will get like 4.285 amps. Okay. So I have the I value now. So from main circuit we'll find out like I value, that is 4.285 amps. From this statement we completed I value. So we know the I value now. Now I need to find out I1 as well as I2. Am I right? So for I1 I need to active one source and for I2 I need to active one more source. So from same circuit now my acting voltage is acting source is 32 volts. Now my acting source is 32 voltage. Now for voltage is acting now. Then what about remaining sources? So if you have the voltage source means short circuit, if you have the current source means it's an open circuit. From this circuit I have one current source. Your 32 is acting now. What about your current source? It's open circuit. So now this is your current source is open. Your current source is open now. Then I need to find out where I1 at same 3 ohms resistor. At same branch I need to find out I1 current. Okay. Now from using any method, you can use any method. Here I need to use mesh analysis. So using mesh analysis I can find out I1 value. So how many loops we have? 2 loops. So 2 loops means here 1 and here one more loop. So from one loop I said like I have like I32 current, and at second loop I have I1 current. We have like I1. So same I1 here. Using mesh analysis you can find out 2 equations. 2 loops, 2 equations. So what is the first equation? So first equation is 32 into 16 minus I1 into 12. So why minus I1? Minus I1 means here I32 current is downwards direction and I1 direction is upward direction. So I32 is downward direction and I1 direction is upward direction. So we need to write like minus. Okay. So I16 means 4 plus 12. We have the 16 ohms in this branch. Loop 1 I32 we have current. So I32 4 ohms and 12 ohms we have same. So that means we need to write 16. 4 plus 12. And I1 that is reverse direction. So we need to write like minus I1 into 12 equal to which source we have. So 32 volts we have. So 32 volts. So this is the equation from loop 1. Okay. Now from loop 2, which equations we have means same. Minus 32 amps. So minus 32. Here minus 32 we have. So here minus 32 into 12. So 12 ohms. Again reverse direction. So reverse direction means we write the minus. And from loop 2, how many resistors we have? 12 plus 1 plus 3. So that is 16 ohms. 16 ohms into your which current? I1 current. Any voltage source or any current source? No. So directly we will write 0. So we have two equations, two unknown values. So you can find out like a loop 1 current as well as loop 2 current. So loop 1 current is 4.57 amps and loop 2 current is 3.428 amps. So what is your I1 value now? So your I1 value is nothing but your loop 2 current. So loop 2 current is 3.42 amps. When we have the acting voltage source is acting, so voltage of 32 is acting, then your current value is 3.42 amps. Then now from same circuit, so we completed I value, we completed I1 value when voltage is acting. Now my current is acting now. So my current source is acting. Then what are voltage source? Voltage source is short circuit. Okay. Now current source is acting. Then your voltage source is short circuit. We need to find out at 3 ohms. That is your I2 current. So at 3 ohms we need to find out the current, that is your I2 current. You can use any method. No worries. You can use any method. You can find out the 3 ohms current. So from this circuit, 4 ohms as well as 12 ohms both are in parallel. Parallel means we have the formula, that is R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. So we have like a 4 into 12 by 4 plus 12 will get like 3 ohms. So 2 resistor can convert it to 1 resistor, that is 3 ohms. So this is your 3 ohm resistor. Then here you can use any method. I said like any method you can use and you can convert. We need to find out I2. But again I want to move for source transformation. Current source parallel with resistor can convert it to voltage source series with same resistor. So here what is the voltage value now? I into what is the, so I value is 2 and resistor value is 3. We will get like 6 volts. So same circuit I am converting to voltage source. So that is voltage as well as series with same resistor. So what is the voltage value? 6 volts. Okay. Now we have only one loop. One loop means only one current. That current is I2 current. So what is the I2 value? Voltage by resistor. We will get like answer. So what is the voltage value? 6 volts. And what is the total resistance in this branch? So 3 plus 1 plus 3 will get like 7. So 6 by your resistor value will get like 0.857 amps. Okay. So I know now I2 value. So when both sources is acting, then what is your I value? Now when you have the voltage, so one source is acting, then what is your I1 value, and one more source is acting, then what is your I2 value? So what we need to prove that superposition theorem. That means I equal to I1 plus I2. So what is your I value? So main circuit I have. So this is your main circuit. So both sources is acting, then what is your I value? So that is 4.285 amps. Then what is your voltage? So only one voltage source is acting, then what is your I1 value? Then only one current source is acting, then what is your I2 value? So we need to prove means your I equal to I1 plus I2. Just check it now. So your I equal to I1 plus I2. So what is the I1 value? 3.428 as well as I2 value 0.578. So you can add both means you will get like 4.285 amps. So your 4.28 amps as well as 4.28 amps. So I equal to I1 plus I2. This is a superposition theorem. Okay, I'll conclude. What is your superposition theorem statement means? So any linear bilateral network, okay, having more than one source, not only one source, more than one source, the response across any element, the response across any element is the sum of response from each sources. Okay, that is your superposition theorem. So when you are find out like one source is acting means remaining sources. What about remaining sources means if voltage source is short circuit and your current source is open circuits. Okay, this is the rule. So in this problem, when the voltage source is acting, then current source is open, then your I1 value is 3.42 amps. Again, your current source is acting, your voltage source is short circuit, then what is your I2 value is 0.857 amps. So your I1 plus I2 is nothing but your I value. So this is your superposition theorem. You can prove like this your superposition theorem. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.